everything's so static. It's been as though everything just paused. People were living their lives and then they just stopped and they went somewhere else. Good morning. I'm here at my campground, Herrinbull Lake campground, just packed up, ready to go. I'm heading out to Bodie today. It was cold last night. Wow, there was frost on the ground. I think it was below freezing, but spectacular nonetheless. And today's going to be a great adventure. I can't wait to see what's out there, so join me. Let's go. Okay, we're off. So it should take me, it's not far, it should take me maybe 30 or 40 minutes to get out to Bodie from where I am. I'm actually just going to stop quickly in a little town here that I passed on the way in to see if I can get some breakfast. I did not bring any coffee with me this time, so priorities: coffee, food, Bodie. Okay, let's see what's out there. Hello, sheep. Sheep galore. So these are the hills that the gold rush explorers would have been out looking for gold seams back in the 1800s. I think this road is gonna become unpaved in I don't know, at some point, so it's going to be on dirt for some of the way. Beautiful out here, a little chilly. So we're right at the end of this season here in this area. So the campsite I was in last night, in fact, I think last night was the last night that it was open. It's going to be closing down along with probably most other campsites in this area for the season. So I just caught this at the end of before winter. You can definitely feel the chill in the air. Whoa, corrugations. Blah. Trying to find the least corrugated part of the road here. Okay, looks like I have about 3 miles of this till I get to until I get to Bodie itself. So far, so good. What I'm most concerned about is having some of my luggage fall off the back. I guess I'll find out how well I've attached everything. I don't know, what's the best technique? Are you supposed to go really fast over these or just go slow? I'm going slow-ish. I believe I've made it. I have indeed. And here we are, Bodie. Wow. Unreal. Okay, here I am. So while I'm walking over here, I'll tell you a little bit about Bodie. It is, of course, a former gold mining town. We're at an elevation of like 8,500 feet or so. Gold was discovered in California in 1848 by a group of prospectors, and one of those was a tin manufacturer called W.S. Bodie. Bodie died, you know, fairly early on. He didn't get to see the creation of this town that was named in his honor. He died in a blizzard out in the mountains. And it's at its peak, this town had 10,000 residents right here. It had a Chinatown. It was really huge. It had a Wells Fargo bank. It had fire companies. It had a brass band, a railroad. It had cemeteries and, of course, stores and saloons. It had 65 saloons at its peak. People drank a lot, I guess. There was prostitution and gambling, and it was just a raucous Wild West kind of town, freewheeling. Already by 1880, the prospectors had started to move on to other areas. 1862, there was a big fire, and by the early 40s, the town was abandoned. And now I am gonna go check it out, because I am right in Bodie now. Let's take a look. It's kind of hard not to think of this as almost like a staged, like a museum, almost. Everything's so static. It's been as though everything just paused. People were living their lives and then they just stopped and they went somewhere else. So it has this feeling that it's been put here for display, but this is where people lived their lives for decades. I'm actually walking towards what looks to be the actual mining buildings now. I can see piles of, you know, material that have been dug out of the earth up on the hillsides all around. So, but the mine processing itself, I think, looks like it would have taken place in these buildings that I'm walking towards now. Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at. Heading up into the hills here, this whole area to my left, it's all closed off. Whew, I can definitely feel the elevation. I'm way more out of breath than I would normally be. Oh wow, you can get a really good view of the town from here. That is only a small sort of subset of the total number of buildings that were here at one point. I think there were maybe 10 times that number of buildings altogether. At its height, it was huge. And there's nothing else around here. So there's this large community out in the middle of nowhere. Maybe this was their garbage dump. Load of old tin cans. What was that? Beer bottle? All right, thank you for coming along on this trip to Bodie, California to see the old gold mining town here. Quite an amazing place. So if you like the video, make sure you hit thumbs up, and I'll be on another adventure soon, so make sure you hit subscribe too. Thanks for coming along, and I'll see you next time.